The prosecution is preparing to wrap up its case against Lori Vallow this week. And as the defense gears up to present its case, the jury was shown bombshell text messages between Lori and Chad Daybell in the days after Lori's first husband, Charles Vallow, was killed by her brother. As Lori and Chad sent romantic texts to one another, the sons of Charles Vallow, Zach and Cole, pleaded with their stepmother, Lori, for basic details about how their father died. Joining me now to talk more about this case and where it stands now, attorney and legal analyst Darryl Cohen. Darryl, thanks so much for being back with us.
Natasha, thank you for having me again.
How important has this digital trail of evidence been for the prosecution in terms of motive? Because we do have the texts between Lori and Chad after the affair began. They refer to their spouses as obstacles. Also messages about Tylee and JJ after their deaths. Are any of these messages looking like a smoking gun in this case?
I think everything Lori Vallow has done is a smoking gun. It's piece by piece. This is not something that happened it happened. It was something that she planned with Chad piece by piece. And the fact that they found her DNA on the tape where they found her son buried, all of that is adding piece by piece. She doesn't have room to move left or right, up or down. She is evil, and she has shown that she's evil, and I think the jury understands that, and the jury understands what the evidence is. And I'd be very interested to see what type of defense, if any, that she puts on. It's going to be very interesting, Natasha.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that. What would the defense's strategy be? And even let's talk about the hair, her hair found on the duct tape wrapped around JJ's body. How will the defense refute that evidence?
I don't know that they can. If the defense is smart, in my view, they will say, we have no questions, we have no defense, the defense rests. But if they do put up a defense, they're going to try and say, in my view, that Chad had Lori under his spell. But everything that she's done shows that she has a mind of her own, that she was in it toe-to-toe with him. The other defense they can put up and say she didn't know what she was doing. She really was a good person and was, again, under his spell. But I don't know how that will fly with a jury. I would think the jury is way too smart to think that that's going to be a viable defense.
One more question for you, Darryl,
Sure.
before we're out of time. You know, jurors heard testimony from Lori's only surviving child, her son Colby, and the recorded phone call between him and his mom when he said, quote, "You murdered my siblings." How important is that testimony for the prosecution? Do you think it was enough to sway jurors to a guilty verdict?
I think if there was any question, a shadow of doubt, that would do it. That is a bombshell. That is lightning from a clear blue sky. Absolutely.
Okay. Darryl Cohen, always appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.